What's good today, you guys? Today we have some Pubg Xbox aiming tips. I want to start off by saying get out of your comfort zone and land in hot spots. So Millie Base, School, Pachinki, Hacienda, Power Grid, Picado, places like that. Go to places where a ton of people go. Practice makes perfect, and this is the best way to do it. Land, loot, fight, and survive. You don't want to rely too much on having the best gear, but instead, just grab a weapon, grab some gear, and get to work. This will help you figure out your settings and you could adjust it from there. If you need help and info on sensitivity settings, then check out my video in the description. For this video, you guys, I'm hoping to get at least 10 likes. Help me achieve that goal. Now let's continue. Peek and unpeek while shooting at your target. Whether you are playing third or first person, this is a huge factor in your gunplay. You lean around the corner, take some shots at your target. If your target's shooting back, go right back behind your cover, and as soon as you do, re-peek your target, finish them off. This way, it's harder for your opponent to time when you're going to peek, so it's harder for him to hit shots on you. Next step, pre-aim in third person. For those of you playing third person, this is a huge advantage, and I've said this in one of my recent videos. I can't state this tip enough. But if you see your target just standing still, pre-aim at them before you peek the wall. This way, you're already aiming at them, and you could shoot quicker, tag them up before they even get a shot off. The advantage is always in your favor, no matter what. Whether it's you doing it to an opponent or your opponent doing it to you, the person behind the wall pre-aiming at a person standing in the middle of the hallway or wide in the open, the person behind cover always has the advantage with pre-aiming. Next up is lean and shoot to leave your body less vulnerable. Most people do not do this, which leaves their whole body vulnerable to being shot at and hit. They tend to move their whole body around cover and shoot, thus making them a very large target, which is easier to hit. Use the lean button, guys. Make sure you are less vulnerable and a harder target to hit. Leaning and only showing your head and probably your shoulder will make your opponent take a much longer time to aim at you and start shooting. Also, do your best to not lean in the same direction every time. Try to switch it up. Go left, go right, maybe crouch and lean. Just mix it up so you could always throw your opponent off guard. Most of us in PUBG love using one gun, but most of you guys should know your weapons. If you played this game enough, you basically know the bullet speed of each weapon you use. For example, the AK's bullet speed takes much longer to get to the target than an M4. So in this case, if you have a 4 times on your weapon and you're shooting at an opponent running, you want to lead your target a bit farther ahead with the AK. Why? Because the AK has slower bullet speed and takes a longer time to travel. Up next, use your bullets as help. When shooting a 4 times or 8 times, just stay in your scope as you're shooting to see where your bullets are landing. Thus, you could adjust your aim from there and take out your opponent. Especially if your opponent is running left or right, you could always see where your bullets are landing on the field next to your opponent. Those of us that aren't used to bullet drop and bullet speed, seeing where your bullet hits when staying scoped in will help you adjust your shot for the next shot taken. Do your best to always stay moving. Try not to stand still when you've already shot at your opponent and you're about to start shooting at him again. The time it takes for you to relocate your opponent and start shooting gives your opponent just enough time to locate you and start taking shots at you. The less movement you have makes you an easier target to be shot at. So always do your best to fire, move, fire, move. Keep them guessing so they never know you're in a locked position. And that's it for today's video, guys. I appreciate you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Remember, I'm trying to get 10 likes for this video. Also, remember guys, if you need help with sensitivity settings, just check out the video on the screen and all the info in that video should give you a huge insight on sensitivity settings and info. Thanks again, and until next time, peace.
Oh no! Dude, that's so stupid, dude! Behind the wall, behind the wall, behind the wall.
Oh my god.